Make sure we're live. Um, Hold on. Okay, yeah, we're live. Bet. I can hear myself. Thank you. Cool. Stream started in a few minutes, y'all. Hold on. Peace, Zoe. I see you in here. Peace.
I think about you all the time, and if you break my heart, then baby, that's just fine. I done broke so many hearts before, yeah. If it happens to me, then that's just karma. But either way, baby, I'll adore you. If you let me, I'll do so much for you. I met you with a broken heart, and you came in and fixed all my parts. You just throw me in the blender, take your time and blend it up. I will still be me. Is the grass really green on the other side? If I drop this white rose, will I stay alive? If life is what you make it, why do we always try and change it? Or is it just me?
Hey, yeah, my bad. Let me turn this down some. This shit go hard. But yeah, I really ain't been going live like that. That's kind of wild, bro. But I've been trying to stay consistent with my music. Stay consistent with my streaming and shit. So that's kind of like why I haven't been live on YouTube like that. But I had to catch myself today. Like, bro, I gotta go live. Like, you feel me? I barely be going live on this bitch how I'm supposed to, or how I used to. So I'm trying to get back on my groove with this shit. Take your time and blend it up. I will still be me. Is the grass really green on the other side? If I drop this white rose, will I stay alive? If life is what you make it, why do we always try and change it? Or is it just me? Sometimes I drift off and get lost at sea. Remove your life jacket, baby, get lost with me. I know that you're the one, and like Icarus, I'm flying too close to the sun. I love you unconditional, but you feel like I love you with conditions though. My heart can't wait to have you. You can tear it out and throw it, it'll come back at you. I see peace looking in your eyes. I will still be here, even if you try to just throw me in the blender. Take your time and blend it up. I will still be me. Is the grass really green on the other side? If I drop this white rose, will I stay alive? If life is what you make it, why do we always try and change it? Or is it just me? Sometimes I drift off and get lost at sea. Alright, there we go.
White roses. White roses.
White roses. Alright. Oh, my stream like 5 seconds behind. Okay, I was wondering, like, I'm like, why does it take me so long my shit? My stream behind. So like whatever I say, y'all might hear like 5 seconds later type shit. But it's gonna feel like the prison for you because I'm live, so. Hey, shout out to Fetty Wap for giving us his manga. Fetty Wap, we need some more music, bro. We need some more music. I think he dropped some new music, but like we need some more shit like this. So first, you already know how I gotta get down. Let me switch sides. There we go. Peace, all the guys and goddesses, kings and queens, emperors and empresses, chiefs and chiefs, and priests of the motherfucking land. I hope you're having a great cosmic night, great cosmic live. I meant great cosmic live. I hope you're having a great cosmic night or a great cosmic day, depending on when you catch or see this live video. When it's done, said and done. By the way, hi to the past me. This is future me. So to anybody seeing this a day from now, gotcha. But as y'all see the title though. Man, this blunt kind of
There we go. The hell wasn't pulling. Okay, I don't know what's going on with that, but hopefully it oh, that's why. Hold on, my bad, y'all. Caught myself trying to roll a blunt and mess that hell up a little bit. So y'all see the title today. Let me switch to my face cam, in fact, so y'all can just see me straight up type shit. So the title, y'all see the title. Racism isn't about racism is about genetics. It's not about color. And I just want to go and throw this out there. I do not support racism in no way, shape, or form from any being, creature, or entity on this planet. I just want to break down what racism really is. You feel me? Because, you know, a lot of my people have this genuine question, like, why do people, specifically white people, and it doesn't matter what ethnicity you are, if you have transparent skin, because let's get this situated. I only say white and black people because that's the only way 3D motherfuckers can comprehend what I'm talking about. But when I say Atlanteans and porcelain skinned people, now I start, or eukaryotic cell people, I start losing niggas because they don't know what the hell I'm talking about. They probably like, what the fuck is a eukaryotic cell? You know, what is a eukaryotic cell person? You feel me? So I got to use white and black for motherfuckers that's still on a 3D perspective, but just to upgrade you niggas that's still on that 3D mindset. A white person is not white. They're actually translucent. Their skin is translucent. We'll get into that. And a black person is actually not black. There are different shades of brown. I don't give a fuck if you pull the darkest motherfucker from Africa. That's a very, 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 very dark brown. They're still not black. Whether you wanna, you know, try to put that in your head, you know, that these, you know, that my people is black. Because if we being honest, the motherfuckers in Africa are so goddamn dark that they look blue in the sun. When they stand in the sun, their skin is blue. So they're not even black, they're blue. So that's why I'm getting into that, you know, just to upgrade these 3D motherfuckers that's still on that white and black shit, you know. I kind of don't like when people be like, oh, you know, call me black. They be like, oh yeah, you're black. I'm like, bro, I'm clearly brown. You know, I'm clearly brown, but okay. You know, this PS4 controller would be considered black before me, but you know, that's cool. You know, I'm not here to like force niggas my ideologies, but I'm here to give niggas some kind of, you know, I'm here to give niggas breadcrumbs. You could take that breadcrumb if you want to, or you can leave it alone. You feel me? I'm not forcing you to eat it, but I am leaving breadcrumbs behind. So, you know, that's, you know, I just want to get that to people out there that white people are not white. You're translucent. And when I say white people, I'm not just talking white people in America. I'm talking the white Jews, the white Swedish motherfuckers, Norwegian, Russian, Ukraine. It don't matter what you is. You're still white, bro. You're still white. Just like with black people, or Negroids, as I like to call us, the Atlanteans. Everywhere you go around the land, you gonna see us, nigga, and we're no different from each other. Whether a nigga is African, Jamaican, I was about to say Caribbean, Cuban, Dominican, Mexican, Brazilian, what's them ones over there in Asia, Vietnamese, Filipino, whatever, nigga. Australian, you got some black Australian. That's crazy. I ain't know it, but you got some black Australian motherfuckers, Indonesians. You know, it don't matter what you is, bro. We still niggas. You feel me? We still niggas. It's just the only difference is we all speak different languages. We have a language barrier, and I feel like if like, and there's a reason why there's a language barrier. It's on purpose, bro. It's on purpose, because if there was no language barriers, bro, the world would be much different. It would be easier for people to unify on stuff too. Like on certain situations that take place in the world, it would be easier for us to unify because we wouldn't have language barriers. So, you know, yep, Puerto Rico, yep. Them motherfuckers out there in the Caribbeans be tripping me out. Them Puerto Ricans and them Cubans and Dominicans. I be like, you a nigga, ain't it? They be like, no, nigga. Me Dominican, me Cuban. I'm like, okay, Poppy, you got it. If that's what you say. So, to get into this, right? When I say white people, like the way I just applied that for black folks, no matter where we go, no matter where you see us, Africa, Egypt, goddamn, you can find some of us in Antarctica if it's possible. If it's possible, you feel me? We still niggas. You feel me? We still niggas. We just speak different languages. So same with the white folks. I don't care if you're Scottish, Irish, Norwegian, British, Asian, nigga, Arabian, Dravidian. It don't matter. Cause you know the motherfuckers that's dark like us, but they're not us. Let's get that correct. To you Indian motherfuckers and all that, just cause y'all think y'all got dark skin like me and mine, you're not us. You ain't got this 9 ether. So you know y'all still would be Caucasoid too as well, because in fact y'all are a hybrid species. But when I speak on all y'all, we're trying to figure out why do y'all hate niggas. It don't matter about and I'm not just talking niggas in America. I'm talking niggas around the world. The people just hate niggas. You feel me? That's the question we have. We be sitting back. We be sitting back like, damn. Why niggas? What? It's like that. It's like that boom. Man, let me put that bitch up real quick. It's just right there. Hold on. Where it's at? Where it's at? Right here. It's like this is exactly how black people be feeling about every other race in the world. Cause we trying to figure out why y'all be attacking us. This is how we be feeling right here, cuz.
And I started thinking to myself, man, what did he do to make them niggas that mad?
Like for real. Like we genuinely trying to get to the bottom of shit. We want to know what did we do to make y'all niggas that mad? To where you gotta you enslaved.
I was watching this podcast that Big Bang had. Was
Come on, not the time, Poetic Flacco. I love you, big brother, but not the time. I don't know why he just started playing in the background like that. But yeah, we trying to figure, because you know niggas enslaved niggas. And I'm the nigga that think with a my mind is like a army Swiss knife. That bitch come with multiple shits. You feel me? Multiple ways of handling shit. And there's gonna be niggas out there right now that are like, oh well, you know, black people was already enslaving black people. And hold on, let's slow down, partner. Let's slow down. If we really want to get deep with this shit, black people wasn't enslaving black people until reptilians and the Anunnaki. That's all. I'm gonna leave it at that. Because we not trying to go too far off in the 5D on motherfucker. We might stretch there here and there, but slavery did not exist in no way, shape, or form with black people, because we the aboriginals of the planet. It did not exist with us in no way, shape, or form until the Anunnaki. These niggas that everybody talking about now. Niggas like, oh, the Anunnaki. Yeah, them niggas. Them the niggas that started slavery and human trafficking, taking blood and organs and shit, so they can keep the reptilians fed, because they got a coalition with them niggas. Like, but we gonna leave it at that. So even then, your mindset has to be fucked up to be like, oh, well, you know, black people still enslave other black people, but does that give you a right? Does that give any other race the right to come and enslave? I don't give a fuck if we was enslaving each other. That's us. That's us, family. We gonna deal with that. We gonna figure that out amongst our own collective. That doesn't give any other race the right to just, oh yeah, they enslaving each other. Well, let's go on and let's hop in on it. Because I'm gonna break that down for niggas. We shutting shit down tonight. When niggas hit you with that, so when y'all out here talking about slavery, and the nigga be like, oh well, you know, the Africans was already enslaving the Africans. Does that still make it right for you to come in and add on to that slavery, nigga? Just ask them that and see what they say. They go, oh well. But you know, a lot of people who are racist have no IQ. I swear to God. Niggas who are racist have no IQ. And like, I deal with them all the time when I play the fucking video game on PC. So I deal with them all the time in these little game matches I be in. Niggas want to start throwing hard R's and shit. And when I start asking questions like that and start throwing shit at them that they can't answer, they, oh well, you're retarded. You speak retarded. You average. They just start resorting to trying to hurt you with words. And I'm like, bro, you more hurt than me, because you're trying to attack. When you put an animal in the corner, it has no choice but to attack back. So that's how I'm like, nigga, I just put you in the corner. Whoop. You ain't making me mad by calling me this, that, and the third. You making yourself look bad by not being able to answer these questions and not having an intellect for that. So when we speak about any other race of people that you know, outside of black people, we're trying to figure out what's going on with y'all, and we trying to figure out why. Well, we know what's going on, and we're gonna break it down, but it's just rhetorical questions that I'm throwing out there. We trying to figure out what the fuck is the issue. You did, like, what did we do to make y'all that mad to where you had to enslave niggas? You not only did you enslave niggas, but you was raping the shit out of our kids, because fun fact, this is why white men and white women have a problem with relationships, because the white man doesn't really love the white woman. I'm gonna be $150 with you. The white man, that goes for every white, Irish, Scottish, American, Jewish, I don't give a fuck. You still white. There's a reason why the white man doesn't love his white woman, because the white man is fucked up in the head. He's genetically, bro, when you take multiple animals that can't reproduce. So let me pull up my shit, right? Humans share, what DNA do humans share animals with animals? What DNA do humans share with animals? There we go. Well, I should have said, what animals do humans share DNA with? Yeah, let's say it like that. Hold on. What animals do humans share DNA with? Wait, that question sounds retarded. I should have said, what animals do? Yeah, no, my bad. I'm okay. My bad. I'm throwing myself off. So I got this picture here, right? Where did my fucking lighter go? Did that bitch fall? It did. So I got this picture right here, right? Percent relatedness, right? We just gonna pull this shit up. Now it get weird because niggas share DNA with a lot of fucking shit, and I don't fucking know why. But if we just use the main core, open image and new tab. No, don't do that. If we just use the main core shits, right? Now you want, and look, so humans, when we say humans, I'm sorry, not everybody is human. Black people are not human. I'm gonna tell you why. Because the US government, made by the same white people that we're finna talk about, their genetics and shit, y'all classified us in your government as less than 3/5 of a human being. Hold on, let me see if I can find this shit real quick. Hold on. Yup. Quit playing. I got it right here. The 3/5 clause, more commonly known as the 3/5 compromise, was an agreement reached during the 1787 U.S. Constitutional Convention. It dictated that 3/5 of a state's enslaved population would be counted towards its total population for the purposes of congressional representation and taxation. But that's just a fancy way of saying, nigga, we're only going to take 3/5 of the black people and actually put them in our population. We're actually going to classify them as a part of our population, while the rest of them, we don't consider them human, which was the niggas. They was the 3/5 that them was the ones that sold out. Put it like that. So when you go look up the 3/5 clause act, the 3/5 compromise, this shit is still in their constitution. I'm gonna just be honest with you. I didn't hear nothing about this shit getting what is it? What's the word? Is it vetoed or ratified? It's one of the two words. I forgot, bro. When the shit get taken out. But yeah, so basically niggas classified us as less than 3/5 of a human being. Let's just put it like that. Or they classified they only classified 3/5 of the black population as human beings, while the other rest were property or non-human. So when people say that, oh, we're all human, not according to the U.S. government, only 3/5 of the black population is considered human, and the rest are considered non-human. So we just gonna keep that. I want to keep it like that. We not black people from here on out. When niggas be like, oh, we all human. No, we not. Tell them niggas, no, we not. According to your government, nigga, only 3/5 of the black population is considered human. The rest, not human. So when we look at this here, right? Look at this picture here, right? Percent to human relatedness. So humans, we're gonna start with the number one thing that everybody, because you know the Darwinism theory said that humans evolved from monkeys, which is fucking cap. Because if humans evolved from monkeys, we wouldn't have monkeys no more. Or if humans did evolve from monkeys, second case scenario, if humans did evolve from monkeys, why are we not seeing any more monkeys turn into humans? Suck my nuts. So humans share 98% DNA with one of the most violent, barbaric, disgusting, nasty creatures on earth, which is a chimpanzee. I'm sorry, I fucking hate chimpanzees, bro. I do. Some of this, they throw shit. They literally fucking. Don't even get me started. I'm not even gonna go there. Fuck that. I'm not even gonna go there. Just know they do a lot of go look at what chimpanzees do, and they do a lot of nasty shit. I would give the silverback gorilla. I give gorillas more respect before I would give a chimpanzee a respect. But yeah, they share 98% DNA. So this is what most of their DNA is made up of. It's made up of 90% of these niggas. 90%. So what? We drop in like what? 8% off of that? They share 90% of DNA with a house cat. Not a big cat, not a lion, not a tiger, not a jaguar, cats that you see in the natural wild. No, they share 90% of DNA with a domesticated house cat. And also, these cats, a lot of people like to think house cats are natural. Now, I'm not saying to get rid of y'all house cats, nigga. Don't do that. They still nature, they still animals, nigga. They still love you. Don't do that. But I will say that house cats are not natural. The same way as a lot of these dogs ain't natural. A lot of these animals were genetically, I wouldn't say spliced, but they were genetically bred a certain way throughout the years to make them more docile, to where we can have them in houses and shit as pets or companions. And then now let's get to this. This is an interesting one. 80% with a rodent. I'm not even gonna say a mice, rat, or mouse. It's just the fact that it's a rodent. And y'all wonder where the hantavirus comes from. The hantavirus comes from infected rat droppings, rodent droppings, And there's a group of people on the planet that share 80% of DNA with rodents. And we wondering where this hantavirus came from. It didn't just come from no rats in the wild. I mean, unless you a dirty motherfucker. Like, if that cruise was dirty as shit, I mean, it could make sense. But I highly doubt a cruise, 5-star cruise, international cruise that goes around the world is fucking nasty with rats on it. I highly doubt that. They gonna keep that bitch clean as pristine as possible to make sure. I believe this is something that just strictly, this virus strictly came from these people. Like, it's literally just coming from them. Because the sun is breaking their genetics down in a certain way to where they're going to start displaying these symptoms, and your government is going to try to cover up and label it as a virus, because that's what they did with the coronavirus. When everybody was getting sick and shit, that was because of the sun. The sun was emitting a new radiation that their bodies were not used to, so everybody just started getting sick out of no fucking where, and they had to hurry up and cover that up with the coronavirus. They didn't want to tell people that the sun is now in a new stage. And the same thing with the hantavirus, but you know, the hantavirus ain't even popping off like how COVID was. So they knew that shit wasn't gonna work. When they seen people was like, oh man, we seen this shit before. This ain't nothing but some COVID shit again. Notice how that hantavirus died off. Notice how the news about the hantavirus died off. Cause they can't fuck with niggas no more. Niggas is waking up now. And I don't even want to say waking up. Niggas is ascending now. They ascending with their mind. And then 82% platypus. This platypus is not even a natural animal. It's a beaver and a fucking duck put together. And never in nature will you ever see a beaver fuck a duck. I'm gonna be $150 with you. Never in nature will you ever see a beaver fuck a duck, or a duck fuck a beaver to where you get this. You will never see that. How make this make sense? How can something that lays eggs reproduce with something that doesn't lay eggs? It bursts a fetus, and then that fetus turns into a cub, or whatever you want to call it, baby pup, whatever. That doesn't make sense. You can't take something that makes eggs and something that doesn't make eggs and they reproduce. What? The platypus alone just fuck this. That's just fucking with my head alone. So they share 82% with a hybrid animal. I don't even know how the fuck that works. 71% with this fucking fish. And another 70% with a zebrafish as well. Because there are some animals that's not on here. Like I could pull up how much DNA does humans share with a dog. He'll say 80%. They share 80% DNA with a cow. And now you wonder why they drink milk. Remember, milk is not good for you, bro. Milk is only good for white people because they share DNA with a cow. See, this is the problem. People don't want to talk about this shit because niggas feel like it's too sensitive of a like niggas' emotions get too involved when we start talking about this kind of shit. Niggas like, oh, what you mean we share 80%? What you mean we can't? Y'all can drink. I mean, y'all. What you mean we can drink milk and y'all can't drink milk? Oh, what you mean we different? We all the same. Motherfuckers is so programmed. And they have no emotional intelligence whatsoever to where if they hear some shit like this, they're immediately going off the programming that they were programmed with all their life, which school, education, TV, social media, all that shit, right? Society, your parents. And then on top of that, they also start to work off of their emotions instead of working off of logic. And then, motherfuckers start getting their feelings. So, we're not worried about those type of people because survival of the fittest. We know that only the strong and those with the brains and the bronze gonna survive. Put it like that. But yeah, this is why these people can drink milk and we can't drink milk. Most damn near every black person is lactose intolerant. We can't consume dairy, bro. We just can't because we don't have the genetic compatibility. Ooh, listen to the wordplay. We don't have the genetic compatibility to consume something from an animal that does not share any genetic traits or genetic, essence with us in any way, shape, or form. And then last but not least, the jungle fowl, or AKA the chicken, the bird with wings that can't fly, the flightless bird, put it like that. And they share 60% with a chicken, and now you wonder why they can eat chicken, they can eat steak, they can eat pork, because they also share DNA with porcelains as well, aka the pig. This is why their skin is translucent, just like the pig. So this is why they are able to eat steak. They are able to eat chicken. They are able to eat any form of meat that is out there. They could eat rat meat if they wanted to. They could eat dog meat if they wanted to. They could eat cat meat if they wanted to, because these people, why you think the Asians out there in Asia shit, they eat dogs and cats? They don't just eat cows and all that shit. They eat dogs, cats, bats, because they know they share DNA with those creatures to where they can eat it and not get sick from it. Let a black motherfucker try to eat a dog or try to eat a cat. I mean, shit, it happens to us in the hood all the time with the Chinese places. Niggas go in a Chinese restaurant and get mysterious meat. Niggas get some mystery meat. Yeah, that's some cat, maybe some dog, my boy. Might even be human. Who knows? But it's definitely some cat or some dog. We all don't got hit with that shit. We be like, damn, why does meat taste rubbery? Why does meat taste extra soft? Why does meat got a weird aftertaste to it? Because that's 9 times out of 10 an animal you never ate before. And then when we do consume the shit, we either automatically, our body automatically knows. See, your taste buds have receptors that goes to your brain to let your brain know. Your taste buds has receptors where when you eat something, these messages travel through your tongue, goes to your brain reads these messages, and if it's something that is foreign to the body, your brain will immediately send back out messages through your nerves to spit out that food, or even throw it back up if you have ate too much of it already. So, yeah, this is why they're able to eat all this shit, because they share genetic DNA with it. I mean, if we look it up, how much DNA does humans share with dogs? 84%. Let's go bananas. How much DNA does humans share with bananas? 50 to 60%. How much DNA does humans share with bonobo, the bonobos monkey? 98.7%. Let's do orangutans. How much DNA does humans share with orangutans? 96 to 94%. How much DNA does humans share with gorillas? 98.3%. You share almost 100% of your DNA. And you got to remember, all white people are not the same neither. A lot of them are spliced with different monkeys. This is why some are wilder than others, and this is why some are more chiller than others. Like the motherfucker, like orangutans, for example. Orangutans be chilling, nigga. They just be chilling. They be thugging there, nigga. Get them a little banana. They be looking like they high as shit too. I'm not gonna lie. Orangutans be looking like they high. So this is where you get your docile, white people that be on, they be cool as fuck. They be chill. They don't be on no crazy shit. You feel me? They don't be, they more prone to being less racist. They're more prone to fucking with black people more. That be the ones spliced with orangutan DNA. Then your wild racist barbaric ones are the ones spliced with chimpanzee DNA. This is why I just went through every one of the gorillas, 98%. Orangutans, 96%. Bonobos, 98.7%. Bananas, 50 to 60%. And you wonder what likes bananas? Monkeys. Humans and dogs, 84%. And then chimpanzees, 98%. So we just keeping a $150. Y'all niggas is split. And like I said, not all of us are human. Remember, according to the U.S. government, only 3/5 of the black population, only 3/5 of the entire black population in America is considered human or considered a part of the census record. Let's just put it like that. But that was a sneaky way of throwing that in the Constitution to classify us less than human. So we're not even considered human. I mean, for fuck's sakes, we get treated like as if we're not human. So we're not human. Let's just, I like it. I want to be not human. You feel me? I want to be extraterrestrial because that's basically what black people is. We're fucking ETs. This is why they can't decipher our DNA. This is why you have something called junk DNA. Junk DNA is an informal term for roughly 98% of the human genome that does not code proteins, while once thought to be useless evolutionary debris. I don't even know how the fuck something could be useless if it's... Anyways, I'm not gonna let them get me with this dumb shit. Scientists now know these non-coding regions play critical roles in regulating gene expression, organizing chromosomes, and facilitating complex cellular functions. So junk DNA, and there's only one group of people that have junk DNA on the planet. That's black people. So when you hear the term junk DNA, white people don't have junk DNA. This is how they're able to figure out what the fuck y'all splice with. This is how they're able to tell you what you're spliced with. They know every part of your DNA. So if you white out there and you like, damn, how they know all our shit? You feel me? Because they know what you were spliced with. But when it comes to black people, they call our shit junk DNA. They tried to for years. I think they did this 2 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. They finally recognized junk DNA as something very critical and important. 2 or 3 years ago. But before those 2 or 3 years, nigga, for the longest, they were saying niggas got junk DNA. Most of your DNA, 98% of your DNA is junk DNA. And they were talking about black people because they can't figure out our DNA. They can't. They don't know what's in it. They don't know what we share DNA with. Especially if you're a black person with O negative blood or just the O blood type. If you got O positive or O negative, they definitely don't know where the fuck your blood comes from. They scientists, you can probably find it. So I'm not going to look it up right now. You can probably find it out there somewhere. But scientists are literally convincing themselves that they believe that O negative blood, O positive blood, the O blood type might not be from Earth. And that's including the rhesus factor. Most people with the O blood type are rhesus negative, which means they don't share DNA with a rhesus monkey. And then to the black people that do share DNA with a rhesus monkey, that's cap. The only reason they say that is because you have antigens on your blood. Those antigens are attached to your blood. Basically, your blood is tainted. So that antigen is nasty shit on your blood, DNA that's on your blood that can't get into your cells because your cells is protected with a certain membrane from keeping nasty shit like that out of your cell, out of your cells and keep it from being reproduced within your chromosomes within your DNA. Because your chromosomes and shit is your cells is always producing new DNA. So these antigens can't make their way into black people's blood. They can't. They can only sit outside the blood. And when they read that, they can recognize which species of them raped your bloodline. That's what the antigens are for. The antigens is not about this. is not to see if does this black person have animal genetics or not. No. No black person, if you got hair like this and skin like this, you have no animal genetics, bro. Now, am I saying that there wasn't a point in time where they may have raped somebody in your blood, raped one of your great grandmothers in your bloodline, or you know, one of your bloodline members decided to mess with some of these people? I'm not saying that hasn't happened, because that definitely has happened amongst a lot of our bloodlines. A lot of our bloodlines, they tried to rape and bleach us out, and it didn't work. So now, and the only thing that's left from that is the antigens on our blood, which they can read, and they can be like, oh, they got this antigen, they got AB, or because antigens come from A or B. That's what the A or B stands for. So if you AB, that means you got both the A and B antigen. If you're an A blood type, that means you have the one of the antigens, and if you're a B blood type, you have the other antigen. And if you positive or negative, if you have any blood type and you're positive, that means you have the rhesus monkey factor on your blood, or you share DNA with it if you're a Caucasoid. Or if you're negative, that means you share no rhesus monkey DNA. So I just had to break that down for people so they can understand what's going on here. So y'all can understand why people are really racist. Why these people are really racist, because they know this shit. They study this shit. They look into this shit. So when we talking junk DNA, I'm talking black people. When we're talking chimpanzee DNA, I'm talking Caucasoid people. When we talking cat, chimpanzee, rodent, a platypus, I don't even know how the fuck that works. That's a hybrid species within itself. A cow and a chicken, we're talking about the Caucasoid. But when I'm talking about junk DNA, I'm talking about my people, because they can't figure out what's in our blood. They don't know what we share DNA with. They can only look so far. They can only look so far into our blood. That's it. But they can't study the chromosomes. I'm not saying they can't look at our chromosomes and DNA. They can look at it, but it looks completely fucking different from their shit, and they get the scratch in their heads like, what are we looking at? They don't know what the fuck they're looking at. So they labeled it as junk DNA, and now that they're making some kind of progress and kind of figuring out what our shit is, now they turning around and saying that it's not junk DNA, and it's actually non-coding regions that play critical roles in regulating gene expression, how you express yourself, gene expression, your behavior, organizing chromosomes, keeping your chromosomes organized and aligned, and facilitating complex cellular functions such as producing amino acids and proteins and shit like that, ATP. What's the other one? You know, you got your endoplasmic reticulum and shit like that, and your Golgi apparatus. So when we're talking junk DNA, we talking my people, and they can't figure out what our shit is. But I will tell you, we share a lot of DNA with plants. I'm gonna put it like that. Black people share a lot of DNA with plants. That's why we're a plant-based people. That's why our hair grows towards the sun, just like plants do. You don't never see grass growing and then is growing down. No, grass grows straight up, and the more it gets bigger, it keeps growing up towards the sun. Everything grows towards the sun. Same with the trees. The trees do what? They grow up towards the sun. Our hair does what? Grows up towards the sun. So in our skin is able to take in sunlight and pervert it. Hold on. Our skin is able to take in sunlight and convert it into chemical energy known as vitamin D, vitamin C, serotonin, melatonin. What else? I think vitamin K, and as well as chlorophyll, because black people naturally produce chlorophyll. Why you think you can go buy chlorophyll from a vitamin shop and drink it? And it's green. Chlorophyll is literally a pure earthly green. The same shit that comes out of plants. And you can drink chlorophyll. So black people produce chlorophyll. We're literally taking the sunlight and converting it into chemical energy to allow our bodies to run. So let's get that. Let's go back. Our hair grows towards the sun. Trees grows towards the sun. Grass grows towards the sun. Hell, even the flowers. When the flowers grow, they grow towards the sun and they face that motherfucker. They make sure all they petals around them is facing the sun, so they're taking in all that energy. So our hair does the same thing. Our hair grows towards the sun. That's why our shit just grow up. It don't lay down. It don't lay down away from the sun. It don't grow down away from the sun, our shit grows up towards the sun. And then, like I said, we produce the same energy as plants. We take in that sun and breathe it out. We take in that sun and we turn it into energy. Another thing, we have a symbiotic relationship. People might not know this, but okay, for example, when I talk about a symbiotic relationship, go look at a frog and a tarantula. I'm going to say that one more time. Go look at a frog and a tarantula. A tarantula will literally make friends with a frog. Not no bullfrog, not no big ass frog that can probably eat it and shit. Tarantulas make friends with little frogs. And these frogs make friends with tarantulas. And the tarantula's like, hey, I know you don't eat spider eggs. So how about I provide you a home so that way you can keep these smaller insects I can't deal with, like ants and shit like that. Beetles and shit. Grasshoppers and shit. I mean, I'm not saying the tarantula can't deal with it, but you know, there are certain creatures that a tarantula just can't get to because it's so small. But it's small, it's still big enough to fuck up its eggs, its babies. So it's like, okay, look, little frog, chill in the crib. You got a new home. You can live here. I won't eat you. Just protect my eggs from these fuck niggas, these fuck insects out here. And then in return, I'll protect you from the bigger predators. Since I'm a big ass spider and I can't get to the little bugs, they too little for me to bite or grab onto. I'll deal with the bigger shit that tries to eat the little frogs, like mice, potential snakes. What else? Maybe bigger frogs or bigger reptilian creatures or amphibious creatures that can eat little frogs. Boom! Now they have a symbiotic relationship. So, like I said, just look at that tarantula and a frog. That's called a symbiotic relationship. There's plenty more. I think there's a bird and an alligator. There's a specific bird that comes and cleans not alligators, crocodiles out there in the Nile and shit. There's a specific bird that cleans crocodiles' teeth, and the crocodile won't eat the bird because one, the bird already knows that the crocodile has eaten. He already know that he ate. He ain't hungry no more. And two, the crocodile got shit in his teeth and it can feel that. It's like, damn, I got shit stuck in my teeth and I can't get it out. And if it doesn't get out, you know, their teeth will rot, or, you know, their teeth will go bad and shit and start to fall out. And they need their teeth because crocodiles, that's they hunting shit. That's their main weapon. So these birds will pull up like, okay, boom. I clean this shit out your mouth. That's free food for me because, you know, the food, the shit they picking out the crocodile teeth is scraps. It's food for the bird. And as long as you don't eat me, that's free food. You got a free dental plan for the rest of your life. So that happens in nature. Animals are smart enough to look at other animals that are not, or not. It don't even got to be animals. An animal, it could be animals and plants, because there's a certain tree and ants that work together. But it's very amazing how there are things in nature, bro, that can look at something and be like, hey, you can benefit me and I can benefit you. We ain't got to kill each other. Boom. Now they got a forever relationship, forever going. That's through adaptation. That's through evolution of adaptation. So let's apply this, right? The same thing works with humans. And the same thing works with black people because they don't consider us human. So we got to stay with that. I'm staying with that for the rest of the time until I die. We not considered humans. But the reason we have a symbiotic relationship, we breathe in oxygen, which is what the trees fart and breathe out, because I mean, technically speaking, trees do that's what they're farting out. They're farting and breathing out oxygen. And then we breathe out carbon dioxide and fart it out as well and burp it out as well. And the trees breathe that in. That's there. So the trees, if there were no humans to produce any carbon dioxide on the planet, nigga, plants would be done for. All plants would be cooked because they ain't got nothing to breathe. That's their breath. We're literally in a fucking, damn, I don't know how to explain this, but like, if any one of us was to go, it's over with. If plants was to go, humans is dead. If humans was to go, plants is dead. So we can't exist without plants, and plants can't exist without humans. But yet we destroying this shit. Not we, my bad, not we. Black people ain't got nothing to do with this. But yet they're destroying the shit out the planet. They're destroying the shit out the Amazon rainforest. That's literally the lungs of the earth. And we wonder why climate change going the way it's going. They chopping down all the trees in America and then planting male trees so that way none of the trees can produce fruits. You're supposed, on the land, there is supposed to be trees with fruits. You can't take away the trees with fruit. You're fucking up now. And now niggas wonder why the climate is, and when I say climate change, that's the earth. Mother Earth is literally sick. So what is happening is her body is under a fever right now. She's heating up her body purposefully so she can get rid of whatever the fuck going on in her. And the sun is contributing to that as well because the planets is connected. Niggas think the planets can't communicate with each other, but they do. They just don't speak English. They don't speak English. Everything talks. I swear to God, everything talks, but it doesn't talk how you think it does. Like, you look at animals and you see birds. You know the birds are talking, but you can't understand what they saying. You look at bees. You see the bees touching antennas and shit, rubbing each other. You know they're talking, but you don't know what they're saying. You might, and people look at insects and be like, oh, them insects can't be talking about nothing. You'd be surprised what the hell. They gave you the movie Ants, Bugs Life for a reason. You'd be surprised what the hell these creatures are communicating to each other. Especially them birds, and especially animals like elephants, dolphins, and orcas. Some of the most smartest animals in the animal kingdom. And you'll be surprised on what they're actually saying. You'll be surprised that they love the same way we do. They cry the same way we do. They get angry the same way we do. They get happy the same way we do. You know, they gossip the same way we do. You think that's not happening because they're not speaking a language. They're not speaking a human language. They're not speaking Spanish. They're not speaking English. They're not speaking Mandarin. They're not speaking Hebrew. They not, you feel me? Just because they're not speaking a human language doesn't mean they ain't conversating. You think birds don't talk about you when you go outside and you trip over some shit and you look around like, oh, nobody saw that. Nigga, them birds did, and they laughing their ass off. You feel me? Them birds saw that shit. You think them birds in them trees ain't just see, them squirrels in the tree ain't just see you trip over that shit? Nigga, they be laughing. Yes. You be surprised. So, like I said, you know, the planets are communicating the same way. And the planets are communicating with the sun the same way. And the sun is communicating with the planets the same way. They're talking. And the planet is like, hey, I'm sick. I need some detox. The sun like, okay, let me crank up the sauna for you so we can sweat this shit out. So we literally share a symbiotic relationship with plants, and specifically black people. We love plants. You'll see, especially black women. Every time you go over a black woman's house, you're gonna see some form of plant in her house. I don't give a fuck if it's a bamboo tree. You're gonna see some form of plant in her house. I don't give a fuck if it's a fake plant. She still got the idea. She going somewhere with it. So, like I said, we share a very strong bond with plants. If we die, plants die. If plants die, we die. There's no way out of it. There's no way out of it. We're stuck in this. This is how the ecosystem is supposed to work to keep perpetual balance. This is what keeps consistent balance. So this is what I mean. That's what I mean by black people are plant-based. We're plant-based creatures. I would put my money on it. Any scientist out there could do this. I don't give a fuck. But I would put my money on it that a person we could take the most pure blood Negroid on earth. We can go grab somebody out of Sudan right now, nigga, in Africa. We can take the most pure-blooded black person on earth or Negroid person on earth, right? And I can bet you money they would share DNA with a tree before they would share DNA with any animal we see out here. I can bet you that. We could take the most pureblooded Negro on earth from Africa, from the core, from Ghana to Sudan to Ethiopia. It don't matter. We could just take the most pure-blooded one and test their DNA, and I guarantee you they will share genetics more with a plant. They would share genetics more with a tree before they would share genetics with an animal. So this is why I'm breaking all this down. Let's bring my face back. So this is why I'm breaking all this down, that racism was never about color, bro. Racism is about genetics. For them. That's why they're racist. That's why they promote racism. Because they are mad and they are hurt that they don't have God's chosen genetics. And I'm not saying that, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't give a fuck. Black supremacy doesn't exist. It does not exist. White supremacy exists, but black supremacy does not exist. So when I say this, any motherfucker can say whatever they want. You can say whatever you want. It don't exist, bro. But black people have superior genetics. Let me not even say it like that. I'm going to use the science shit. Black people have the most dominant. You have dominant genes and recessive genes in science. So let me use the science term. So that way motherfuckers don't think I'm talking out of my ego. Black people have the dominant gene on earth. This is why when any motherfucker outside of our race has sex with us and we have a kid with them, the kid comes out looking more like a negroid. Because why? Black people have the dominant gene. We have the dominant gene. How do you have dominant genes? That means your genes are much stronger than any other being's genetics on the planet. That's how you act. So before anybody out there try to say, oh, he's trying to he's trying to spit black supremacist shit. No. That shit don't exist. Black supremacy don't exist. White supremacy exists, but black supremacy doesn't exist. But according to genetics, science, black people have dominant genes. We have the superior genetics. This is why when y'all mate with us, any other race mates with us, the kid comes out looking more like us. And then motherfuckers be like, oh, why they run faster? Why they cook so good? Why they fuck so good? Why everything about them is just so good? Because of our genetics. That's how we were made. And with this gene, and then let's get into genetics. With our genes, genetics is literally code. So that's a code that was written in your body. I don't want to say technologically because we're not really technology, but fuck it. It was technologically written, encoded into your physical vessel or physical existence to program you a certain way. So let's say you like to wake up at 7 a.m. with a hot cup of coffee ready, and you like to sit outside on the porch and watch the sun. Every morning you get up. It's not even a habit. It's instinct. Fuck habit. You can go beyond a habit. It's instinct. You wake up every 7 in the morning, coffee ready at the exact time, and you outside on that porch sipping your coffee for a good hour, and then you come back in. You get your sun, you come back in. That's genetics. That is literally genetics. Now, what I mean by that is you're programmed to act like that. That's your genetics programmed a certain way for you to do that. Coming from your previous ancestors, that means your ancestors must have been doing this specific ritual so much that it is now genetically instilled in their DNA to where they pass it down to the next child instinctively. Just like when a animal gives birth, a lion gives birth to a cub. That cub already instinctively knows what to do on certain things. Now, don't get me wrong, it doesn't know how to do everything yet because it still has to grow, of course. But instinctually, it already knows how to hunt, do this and do that in the third, because those were genetics that were already coded into it before the fetus was even made. Because the genetics were already in the mother and the father. Before they even thought about conceiving a child, before they even thought about having sex to have a child, those genetics were already in them. And then when they came together and had you, now you get old in life, and now you expressing this behavior that your uncle was displaying, or your great granny was displaying, or your auntie or your great auntie. You know, you got people in your family, damn, you act just like your great uncle. Damn, you act just like your granddaddy. How you don't act like your daddy, but you act like your grand? That's crazy. You see what I'm saying? That's because certain genetics are being expressed through you, through this lifetime, permanently as well. I ain't gonna say permanently because you could change up shit, but we all know it's just some shit you're not gonna change about you, bro. You gonna be like that till you die. We all know this. It's just some shit about you that you're not gonna change, and you gonna carry that with you until you die and into the next life, because that's how you are permanently made. It makes you unique from the rest of the other billions and trillions and sextillions and quintillions of souls out here, bro, that roam the cosmos. So when we talking genetics, bro, and you know what? I think the next time I'm gonna go live and I'm gonna put my phone number up so people can call in to try to either add on or try to correct me on where I'm wrong at on some of these things. I feel like I ain't gonna say I know I ain't wrong on most of this shit, because I'm studying this shit from people that made books that actually are certified and actually have degrees in certain fields like biology, psychology, genealogy, anatomy, physiology, cellular biology, neurology. You know, I read books from people who have I read books from people who actually have certificates in actual PhDs in those fields. And I study what they're telling me, and then I put my own little sauce on it too as well, because I know everything they telling us ain't truthful as well. They still gotta follow guidelines according to this system, so that way a certain group of people don't find out who they really is. So I put my own little sauce on it and do my own little let's just say hypothesis, theories, and experiments, you feel me, to where I could be like, okay, this is what this really mean, this is what they talking about, let me come back and bring this to y'all. You feel me? That's what I do. So, and that's why I feel like I'm not wrong on most of the shit that I speak on, and I'm confident on it. So to anybody that feel like they could challenge my stance, I'll be going live next time, and I'll put my phone number up for niggas to call in and challenge that. Now, don't call me on some troll shit or some bullshit. You just gonna get hung up and blocked. And then, you know, if you want to call just to add on to some shit or tell me some shit that I don't know about that I could go look up real quick, not coordinates, but it corresponds. That corresponds with my challenge, with my stance on things. If you want to call in and add on that, tell me something about that I don't know about that could correspond with that. Cool. You feel me? That's cool too. Building is I'm always open to building. I'm always open to growing. So, that's what life is all about, bro. It's all about trying new things every day and just growing as a person, learning new things every day, trying new things every day, learning new things every day, so that way you can grow every day. So yeah, when we talk about racism, to my people, you want to know why these people are so mad at us? I'm here to tell you. And not all of them, because like I said, it's some white people out there that rock with us so hard, bro. I hope they in the next life they get a melanated vessel. And then there's some black people in this lifetime that is such a disgrace to our people. I hope in the next lifetime they are given a Caucasoid vessel, because this is a school at the end of the day. Y'all don't even know this shit is a school at the end of the day. You don't know. And if you fail, you're going to come back with certain restrictions. If you pass, you can choose to keep on going, or you can just come back in whatever body you want, nigga. And at whatever time you want. Because you got them A's and B's. You graduated. You know how to move and move on your own now. You see what I'm saying? But to those that don't know how to move on their own, they're going to be put back down here, and they're going to be put back down here with restrictions, so that way they can learn better. They're going to come down here with restrictors and enhancers. Put it like that. So, to my people, y'all want to know why they go so hard on us? Why they so racist toward us? Why they getting so more? And now, it's been 400 years and they still haven't changed. You clearly see today they haven't changed. I don't really care about the white people that's already speaking out now, bro. They're being overshadowed heavily, bro. You got white people right now speaking out heavy against their own people, and they still being overshadowed by the majority of their own people, because majority of their own people will not change. They won't. Some of them can't. And a lot of them gonna try to change at the last minute, and it's gonna be too late for that. which is kind of happening now. So, you know, to the ones that's been speaking up, you cool. To the ones that grew up in the hood with us, y'all understand our struggles, y'all know us, y'all stand with us, y'all rock with us, you cool. You got some gifts coming your way. Let's just put it like that. And you know, to the black folks that disgraced our people, looked down on their own people, you used our own people to gain worldly success. You feel me? Off the backs of your own people, you sold out your own people. Just know you got some very bad punishments coming your way. So, like I said, to the majority of them that's racist, this is why they're racist. Let's not forget that. I can go deeper. Let's not forget who built the pyramids. It's a reason why niggas talk about they don't know how the pyramids was built. They know how them bitches was built. They don't want to tell you that it was black people that did it, and they don't want to tell you how the black people did it. Why you think they knocked the nose off the Sphinx? Just like the Olmecs and all these other statues that we got in Americas. And pyramids we got in Americas. Nigga, they don't knock all the noses and shit off a lot of these statues because these noses was nigga noses. You know, niggas we be having some very extravagant noses. So I can even go into the Egyptian shit. Niggas, they can miss me with that shit, bro. They be talking about we don't know who built the pyramid. It's still a mystery to this very day. In 2026, this shit's still a mystery, gang. Y'all not miss me with that shit. We know when y'all went in them pyramids and y'all see them motherfuckers that look like me. They got red skin like me on the motherfucking walls. Hair like me on them walls, nigga. Building and doing the shit they was doing on them hieroglyphs. They knew they could not let that shit out. They knew they couldn't tell nobody who built them bitches. They still act like that today. They play it all. Oh, we don't know who built them. Y'all know who built the pyramids. And you know how they were built. You don't want to tell us. Because if you tell us, all our people gonna tweet the fuck out knowing that we got Doctor Strange abilities. All our people gonna tweak out knowing they got Magneto abilities. They don't want you to know that shit. It's a reason why they go so hard on us, my people. So when you come from shit like that, from building the pyramids to now being a mere table for their hell, remember, their heaven is our hell. We literally hold this world up on our shoulders. Literally. We hold the world. We went from building pyramids to literal slaves, my nigga. And they try to gaslight you. They try to project onto you. All black people bums. They can't do shit. They don't know how to do shit. Them niggas never knew how to do shit. They never knew how to read. Them niggas was in the wild doing. You're crazy. Nigga, when niggas start talking like that, I just tell them, bro, you gotta go Google Mansa. You better go Google Mansa Musa, nigga. Niggas been selling the 7 seas. Niggas been established civilizations all across the planet. It wasn't just the Moors, nigga. It wasn't just the Africans. It wasn't just the original Asiatics. It wasn't just the Atlantean. Nigga, it's everywhere. The Sahara Desert was never a desert. That used to be a tropical, that used to be a jungle. It was similar to the Amazon rainforest. Most of Africa was not a desert at one point. That shit was like fucking Brazil. It was like a fucking big ass rainforest. But they don't chop down so much shit and destroyed so much shit in the process. But I don't want to go too deep all the way back into those old cosmic wars that people, you know, some people not past the 3D scale of thinking yet. So, but yeah, when we are literal slaves now. So when they tell you that you ain't shit, bro, just immediately just to keep yourself from getting mad. Because I know some people, you know, words still affect some of our people that don't work on the emotional intelligence. Just think in your head of them pyramids. Be like, and think of them hieroglyphs. Let me show you what they look like on the hieroglyphs. Like, hold on. Let me show you what they look like. We're just not gonna skip over this. I just can't skip over the Egyptians. Even Horus, nigga. Let me pull up my nigga Horus, nigga. Look at that nigga Horus, nigga. What tone is that? That look like me right there, nigga. That like what? Now, let me chill though. But look at that skin tone on Horus. That's literally my skin tone. Come on now. You think that's an Indian under there? Oh, you think that's a what they call them folks? I forgot. You think that's an Arab under there? Even the Egyptians in Egypt right now, the current modern day so-called Egyptians, nigga, they don't even look like this. And not only that, this is the only way you know Egyptians was black. I'm gonna say this one time and one time only. Gold. Come on now. Niggas love fashion. We still do to this day. We rocking chain. You see the rappers, they got the chain, even though they should wear something other than chains. But anyways, you see all the rappers, really any black person that gets some money, nigga, they getting some gold. Nigga, they getting that ice. They getting that watch, fully gold, nigga. Grills, earrings, diamonds. Come on now. That's what we come from. And niggas like to say, and then they put a price on it. Nigga, we didn't even charge for gold. Did you see how the Egyptians was coming with gold? Niggas had whole gold sandals, gold around the waist, nigga, gold headband, gold crown, nigga. Even the whole Pharaoh's helmet, Pharaoh's tomb was made of gold, nigga. They didn't put no price on that shit. That's why that shit was so plentiful like that. They like, nigga, man, everybody get this shit, nigga. You want to get dripped out? Drip for everybody, nigga. Gold here, gold. What's that nigga that made that one song? Gold everything? Hell yeah. So, anytime a black person, and we ain't even got to use the Egyptians. Like I said, I can go to the Aztecians, I can go to the Mayans, I can go to the Olmecs, nigga, I can go to the Native American. I don't like saying Native Americans, but the American Indians. And you gonna see us. Well, they hid the ones in America. The Smithsonian's covered up the Grand Canyon. This is why you can't go so far. You can only go so far in the Grand Canyon. They only have certain places that you can tour in the Grand Canyon, and the rest of that shit closed off because they know if you start walking in that bitch deep enough, you gonna start seeing tombs. Not tombs, but you gonna start seeing temples. That's the word I'm looking for. You gonna start seeing motherfucking temples and shit when you walk through that bitch. You gonna, what the fuck? You gonna walk in one of them bitches. You gonna flashlight, look at the walls, nigga. You gonna see us on there. And the shit that we had in America before all that shit was destroyed. But the Smithsonian's had to cover that up. Just like when niggas was finding 16-foot giant skeletons in America up there in Idaho. They was finding 16-foot skeletons, and the Smithsonian's hurry to cover that up. You can look this up for yourself. So, that's why niggas can only go so far in the Grand Canyon. Now, I heard shit like, if you go so far in the Grand Canyon, you end up in Africa. I'm not gonna lie to you. With the way shit is going at this point, I don't think that's far-fetched. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think that's far-fetched. Because we don't know what the fuck the land really looks like. We just take the maps. We just look at the maps and shit. That's all we are programmed to know. We don't actually just go and explore. You ain't never just woke up one day and been like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna drive outside my city for about 50 miles into the middle of nowhere, and I'm gonna just start exploring. You ain't never thought to do that shit. It's so much wilderness and shit out there. We don't know what the fuck is really out there for real, because we so cooped up in cities. So the Smithsonian's, like I said, the Smithsonian's hit a lot of shit in the Americas, and I can go through every culture. You're gonna see us. This is what we do. And not only that, people are probably wondering, why are there so many pyramids around the planet? Why do they only build pyramids? Because that's Atlantean technology. The whole world was under one coalition, which was Atlantis, nigga. And, you had the Great Fall of Atlantis, which was through war, basically. And niggas started splitting up across the different parts of the, different parts of the land. Or different parts of the world, per se. And then, but when niggas went across the different lands and shit, niggas still kept that same blueprint. They still kept that same universal blueprint. They like, nigga, the only way we know we gonna get some energy around this motherfucker, some free energy and shit, we gotta build these pyramids. So everywhere you go, you gonna see a goddamn pyramid, because that's Atlantean technology. That's the most universal and easiest way of basically creating free energy. Because, the pyramids in Egypt was also a generator. It generated the whole, or Kemet. Let me not say Egypt, but Kemet. The pyramids in Kemet literally generated energy to power up the whole Kemet. So that means there was technology back then. That means niggas probably was whipping back then. That means niggas probably had phones and shit. None of this shit is new. Niggas think phones, iPads, computers, Nigga, they show you this shit in goddamn in some of these hieroglyphs. Niggas finding helicopters in the hieroglyphs and shit with the Egyptians. Y'all really think these niggas was primitive? No, they wasn't. These civilizations back then were 10 times more advanced than what we are now. They were 10 times more advanced. I don't give a fuck what we got. AI, all this shit. It could never compare to what we had back during these times. That nigga horse wears a size 13 for sure. So yeah, you know the and here we go. Hold on, let me pull up another one. Let me pull up another one real quick. Here we go. Oh, why I gotta be quality like that? Why I gotta be that quality though? Hold on. Oh, I can't. And I was gonna pull up the homie right there, but you see the homie right there with the locks. Hold on, let me see. Here we go, right here. Open image in new tab. Boom. Why are they all like this? I gotta zoom in. I can't. You feel me? You got the light skin, regular fair skin. Like these is the females we see today amongst the black community, and they rock the locks like this, or sometimes they rock the hairstyle. You know, the hairstyles they rock it now. That's nothing new. Nothing's new under the sun. It's just the only difference is they was able to do that shit with their real hair and not wear wigs though. That was the only difference. Hold on. Maybe I could pull this up. Damn, what the fuck? Even this shit. God damn. Here we go. Like, here go another one. Why is it in that quality though? Why they gotta do a nigga like this? Open image in new tab. Come on. There we go. Who is this right here? Big homie Osiris. Why is he jet black? I have no fucking clue. Actually, we do have a clue. He's a nigga. So, and then look at the shorties right here. Look at the shorties. Look at the locks or the braids. Cause you know our black people, they love the braids. They love the locks. You feel me? They love the 2-strand twist. That's how they do their shit. This is them. And they over here pulling up. I think this look like offerings, maybe. This could be offerings. You know, they pulling up with their hands up, like, yeah. As a sign of respect for him. You know, he got all three of his staffs for the 3 female. I think they probably was finna get busy. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not gonna lie to you. It looked like they was finna get busy. That's what this. Anyways, but yeah, but like I said, just peep the people. That's us. You feel me? Whether niggas like it or not, that's us. And that's why niggas don't like us. You know, that's why we're at the bottom of the world. That's why they project everything onto us. Oh, black man, you a bum. Oh, you can't do this. You can't do that. You ain't successful. All you know how to rob, steal, kill, and sell drugs. Any nigga that know how to sell drugs, bro, you're a businessman. If you can sell drugs, nigga, you can sell some t-shirts. If you can sell a whole ounce of weed in a day, nigga, bro, you need to fucking start some music and distribute that shit, or you need to start distributing some t-shirts, or you need to start making some food plates, nigga, and selling them bitches. Because if you can get an ounce off in a day, nigga, imagine how much you can get off of some food, nigga, or some shirts, nigga. Legit business. Hey, I'm just saying. You feel me? To the niggas that want to be shooters all the time. You not really no thugged out shooter, bro. You just a security guard. You what we will call a guard keeper, a guardsman, nigga. A marksman, a guardsman, whatever you want to call them. That's what you are. You the nigga that we put outside of the city. I mean, not outside of the cities, but outside the castle or the base, nigga. So you can, any nigga that pull up, we know y'all trained to knock them down. Who else? Who else can I go in the hood? Like, I'm just using every nigga that I could think possible. To the niggas that like robbing shit. Nigga, you got a gift of gab with hands, nigga. Do something better with those hands than robbing shit. You got what we call the sleight of hand. Put it like that. Yeah, just do something better. You know how to get into shit. You see what I'm saying? Niggas know how to lock pick shit, kick down a door. Like, we the type of niggas that we would use in the military to breach some shit. Put it like that. You know how to pick a lock, breach that motherfucker, and get these niggas up out this building. You feel me? Or if somebody got some hostages of ours, nigga, we sending y'all in there because y'all know how to rob some shit. You know how to hit a house, nigga. So that's what you made for, nigga. So most niggas in the hood is made for some military shit. I'm gonna be honest with you. And, you know, it's just the only problem is y'all do it in your own communities. That's the problem. That's why the community's so fucked up. The communities is fucked up because y'all fucking it up. Just stop fucking it up and everything will be okay. Niggas like, oh, the community's fucked up. Oh, you know, oh, it's so much shooting, it's so much killing, you know, all the da-da-da-da-da. And, you know, the only reason the killing keeps going because y'all keep killing each other. If a nigga kill your homie, bro, I understand the pain. I'm not gonna lie to you, and I understand why you would want to get back on it, but you gotta break the curse and be like, you know. Hold on. Is my mic on? Okay, bet. I knocked my mic out. So, like I was saying, to all the niggas in the hood, you know, they probably want to, like, you know, just stop killing. You feel me? You got to break the curse, bro. Somebody catch your homies, bro. You don't go back because if you go back and kill somebody else, bro, that's still somebody's son. That's still somebody brother. That's still somebody cousin. That's still somebody that has people that love them. And you don't know that you're indirectly causing harm on your own people doing that. You indirectly causing harm on your own people doing that. And then guess what? These niggas gonna get so emotionally riled up. They gonna do, especially in this young boy generation, niggas ain't gonna do nothing but retaliate back. Now guess what? Your peoples is hurt because one of your mans don't got hit up. And then it just keeps going. Somebody gotta be the bigger man at some point and turn the other cheek. As hard as that may be, and as hard as that sounds, bro, you got to let your homie rest in peace for real, bro. Dead ass. You can't keep going to get shit back in your homie's name and in his blood, bro. You gotta let him go, bro. Whoever get clapped up, you gotta let them go, bro. Even if it's an innocent family member that get hit up in some shit. Guess what? Guess whose fault that is? Your fault, because you was involved in some shit that indirectly caused harm to them. Just stop. And the communities will be better. That's literally all niggas gotta do. We don't need the white men to do this, to do that, to do this, to do. I mean, they clearly already doing fuck shit now to redistrict shit and gentrify shit. But we don't need them to put this here, put that here, new schools, new. No, we just need to clean up. Just clean ourselves up. We don't need new playgrounds. We already got 5 of them bitches. We need to work together and get rid of these Chinese restaurants, these goddamn liquor stores and shit like that. You feel me? Go to the library more. Make more community events. Barbecue again. Niggas start barbecuing. If niggas got some beef, people need to stop sitting back and letting niggas beef. Like, I be hating that shit. Because black people love drama. Niggas will pull up to a family function. Niggas get the beef and the niggas just sitting back watching. Like, no, everybody need to be like, hey, everybody get up. Shut your ass up. What y'all beefing about? We all family, so we gotta have an intervention. What's going on? Well, he fucked my bitch. Why you fuck his bitch, bro? You know that's the well, you know she does. We don't want to hear that, nigga. You wrong for that, cuz. And you on bullshit. Apologize to that nigga. And that, you feel me? Like, we gotta start exercising emotional intelligence. That's all we gotta do. If black people can exercise emotional intelligence more, because our emotions are very intense. I will say that black people got very intense emotions. That's just how we are. But if we can start to regulate that more, acknowledge our emotions more, bro, not hold shit in, let shit out, and exercise the intelligence of that, bro, I promise you our hoods would be so much better. The hoods would be so good, nigga, the KKK will pop back out again. I promise you. I'm telling y'all niggas, watch. The more, because it's happening, it's already happening right now. You can't stop what's destined to be. Now my bad, I'm looking for something. I can't even find that bitch. I don't know if I dropped it or what. I guess I did. But yeah, it's already happening right now. You know, our people are starting to recognize shit, realize shit, and we start to come together. Like I said, the more we keep coming together, the more angry they're gonna get. And y'all are seeing that right now. Y'all see it. And so, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna play these few clips, bro. I'm gonna play these few clips. And we gonna call it at that. We gonna call it a night. Because it's already hitting 12 a.m. I mean, it's not like I'm finna go to sleep, but I just don't feel like being up past midnight at this point, bro. Or like, I don't feel like being on live past midnight. Hold on, y'all. No, more activities, likes. Here we go. Nope, not this video. Hold on, I gotta turn my headphones on too. How I go back? Conflict has. Nigga, won't let me go back. Okay, fuck it.
playgrounds and broken.
Yeah, there we go. Go back. There we go. I want to start with this one video real quick. Hold on. Is it even in here? Here we go, right here. Here we go, right here. I want to start with this. I got so much of this shit for y'all, boy. We gonna start with this right here. I can't hear shit. Hold on. There we go.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I'm sorry. But I just think the worst thing in my life. My son had a camera in his hair, and Mr. R is beating my baby, grabbing him by the neck and beating my child for no reason. Soon as Sarah walked out the classroom to go to the restroom on camera, Mr. R is strangling my baby. He's just strangling my child for no reason. For no reason, he's strangling my.
So let that sink in, bro. And you gotta remember, this is why I advise black people to homeschool your children more. You know, they always say, "Oh, stranger danger, don't talk to strangers," but you send your child to school with strangers for 8 hours a day, bro, not knowing what could happen, who could do what, and what could take place. So when we talk about stranger danger, how about we exercise that a little further and say, you know what? Stranger danger your ass at home. I'm going to teach you at home. Fuck that. I'll get all the books. I'll get all the shit that I need for my child, and I'll break it down every day. We taking 8 hours a day for him to learn, him or her to learn some shit, bro. Because there is no way. I ain't gonna lie. This black woman, she got, I don't know how to explain it, but like, if it was me, that nigga would be dead. But at the same time, like I said, this black woman, they got more intelligence than niggas. Because she know she still gotta provide for her baby. She can't go to jail. She probably wanna kill the nigga, but she can't kill the nigga because of course she'll go to jail for that. You see what I'm saying? And you know, she gotta be there for her baby. But I ain't gonna lie though. I would have had to kill this fuck nigga and look at him. This nigga strangling him. What? I gotta move off the land, bro. I gotta give me a couple acres, just be away from society. You know, my kids cannot be. I see why the universe hasn't given me kids yet. Let any nigga try my kid like that, nigga. You can't even put hands on my child to begin with, but strangle my child, nigga, and then you call him a hard R.
My child, I got the police coming up here now. It's on camera. Soon as Sarah walked out.
It's been a minute since I caught a line. Oh, what's good? What's good, my boy?
Out the room, he's hurting my son.
I see you here.
Him in the N-word.
And they just looking at her like she crazy. Wow. Hold on, can I go next? Oh, I gotta go next. There we go.
The police is on the way. I put the camera in his hair. And
Come on in my office.
Come on in my office. Yeah. And you gotta remember, in the wise words of my nigga DJ Ghost. I love you, DJ Ghost. Hey, Ghost Gang on top. In the great wise words of my nigga DJ Ghost. This ain't his first time doing the shit. This just his first time getting caught. I'm gonna say that one more time. Cause you gotta think, if he's doing this shit, this ain't his first time doing this shit. This just his first time getting caught. You imagine how many other black kids little black boys and black girls did, probably even worse, did some shit to, and got away with it. Luckily, this mother decided to put a camera because a mother's instinct could never go wrong. She already knew something wasn't right. So that's why she even put a camera in her child's hair. Only for her to find out some vile shit. So just imagine how many other kids he don't did this shit to and didn't get caught for it. I wouldn't even kill a nigga. I would torture a nigga. We have to. One thing I can give Europeans credit for. One thing I can give y'all white Caucasoids credit for. Torturing. I don't know where y'all got that shit from or what in y'all sick mind made y'all come up with that shit. But I would damn sure use that against a nigga like him. He don't deserve. Some niggas just don't deserve death. Take his fingernails off piece by piece. You feel me? Nah, nigga, you gotta suffer a little bit before you leave this bitch. And then if you think you about to die, we gonna give you an adrenaline shot. Bring him back to life. We ain't done yet. Nuh-uh.
So I guess, yes, they're on the way. Okay. He's choking my son and calling him the N-word as soon as Sarah walks out the classroom. What? He's choking him. And that's why I said cameras need to be in the class. Y'all let this happen to him. I begged y'all. Y'all called me every week and said he did something that he'd never done before, and he was peaching him. He's never peached before. He was peaching him and choking him, calling him a stupid nigger. And y'all let this happen.
Right.
On the camera.
Look, on the camera. She know they fucked up. You're done. That out of everything she just said, ooh, I'm so cold with observation, nigga. I don't know how. But peep how her brain is working right now, right? I'm finna break this down deep. She just broke all that down. I've been getting calls about about my kid doing stuff that he ain't never done before. I knew something was up. Y'all, I begged y'all, and y'all let this happen. And he's strangling my child and called him a nigger. Guess what this woman got out of all that? On camera? That's what you want?
Camera in his hair. Whoever it is, I don't know if it's you or Mr. R. Whoever was in that classroom, there's a man's voice. I think it's Mr. R. Was calling him a nigger and choking him.
I am sorry if that happened.
Y'all let this.
You not sorry, nigga. See that?
I told y'all my son's a good boy. I had to put a camera on his hair just to see that my child. The police is on the way. Classroom, choked and being called a nigger, and he's nonverbal. This is my baby, my child, and he will get justice because y'all let this happen.
Cornballs. Damn, I wish I could like rewind it back a little bit so I could pause on what they look like.
Get locked up now.
Look at his build. Look at his build. Look at his build.
It's on the camera. He's
Look at his
calling him a
build.
nigger and touching him. Nigger boy, sit down.
Look at they
And
builds.
my baby didn't even move.
Look at they builds. Cornballs, bro. Straight cornballs.
Sarah walked out the class and my baby didn't even move.
Okay, you thought the police en route? Or do you have LMPD?
Oh, look, you see, that's the only thing she worried about. Oh, you got the police en route. Ooh. I can't wait to the day where it's just me and my people hand to hand under the sun. That's all I can wait for, bro. That's all I can wait for. Me and my people, we just hand to hand under the sun, bro. Just like that song Sunshine, nigga. You feel me? Cause boy, y'all don't know the kind of nigga I am, man. Like, the type of, like, I just, you see me bite my finger and shit, bro. But like, I got a different type of rage, nigga. I got that ancestral rage, bro. Like, this is some shit that will push me over. Like, if that was my child, bro, dude would have to, I'm not gonna lie, all y'all getting fucked up in this bitch, boy. I'm shooting y'all three, making sure y'all injured, and I'm gonna strangle that nigga the same way he strangled my child, nigga. I'm sorry. That's just me. You gotta feel this. You gotta feel what the hell you just did to my child. There's no way.
The police is on the way.
Like you just gotta think the nerve of some motherfuckers. That's what you got. That's the only thing I can say. The nerve of some motherfuckers, bro.
Y'all, my son has been abused at the school and they let this happen. My son has never pinched anyone. He's pinching him. But the choking and calling him a nigger, is that what y'all allow? Is that what y'all allow? My child is...
Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. You can just tell by the phenotype. It's not hard. And niggas be like, oh, don't judge a book by its cover. Bro, There's a summary on the back of the book that tells you what the book is about. So niggas can miss me with that shit. I'm not even falling for that okie doke. Oh, don't judge a book by its cover. Miss me with that shit, nigga. It's a whole summary on the back of that bitch. A nigga gonna give me a summary just based off his phenotype. How the nigga look at me. If a nigga look at me a certain way, I already know you on fuck shit. Just like the other night, right? Yesterday night. I was at the store, right? I was walking up to the store. It was me and another brother. He was like maybe 10 feet to my left. And there was some people in between us, like some Mexicans and shit like that. And I kid you not, I watched this white security guard cop, whatever the fuck he was. I think he was a cop, security guard. I don't know. The nigga, he looked like a cop though. But the nigga was standing on the side, you know, security in the front or whatever. And the nigga, old white dude at that, about 6 foot, maybe 6'2", 6'3". He speaks to the black nigga with dreads, like, hey, you know, how you doing tonight? I'm like, okay. And then when I walk past right, and I walk right in front of him, you know me, I like to exert my aura on niggas sometimes. So I just walk past because I already don't like cops, and if you a white cop, I'm sorry, I just don't like you, bro. Until you show me otherwise. But I just don't. I have every reason not to like you. I really do. There's plenty of reasons I can give, but we're not gonna start. Trayvon Martin, Floyd, George Floyd. We can go for days. Breonna Taylor, you know. Hey, but anyways, I walk past in front of this nigga. And then he instantly looked at me and then speak to me. I'm like, what the fuck? In my head, I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, and he looked, because the way he looked at the first dude, he looked at him a certain way. And I ain't like that. And then he hurry up and gonna dial his eyes on me and then speak directly to me. I ain't even make eye contact with the nigga. He gonna say, hey, how you doing tonight? Or is not, he said some shit. He didn't even say, hey, how you doing? He said something like, he greeted me, but he greeted me in a way where it was like kind of like, you trying to assert your dominance or something, nigga. Like you don't, like you own that. You feel me? And I just walk past the nigga and say, yeah, what up? You feel me? And don't even make eye contact with the nigga. And I guess that made him feel some type of way because I felt that nigga still looking at me as I was walking off. Like I could see out the side of my peripherals just a little bit as I was walking off. That nigga was still just looking at me. So when I get in the store, right, I see the brother. I hurry up and catch up behind him. I'm like, yo, I got to ask you something. He's like, yo, what's up? I said, I don't mean to bother you nothing. I was like, but is it? I was like, just let me know if I'm tripping. But did that cop only greet you and me when we walked to the store when there was a bunch of people right there? Other people right there that wasn't black? And he was like, you know what? He was like, now that I think about it, he's like, oh God, good observation. He was like, I was so wondering that shit. Cause he's like, I heard him speak to somebody behind me. When I look, I saw you. He was like, that I was wondering that shit. Good observation, bro. He was like, yeah. He was like, I was wondering that shit. He was telling me like, yeah, you know, I try to be on guard and, you know, stay careful. Cause you know, the shit that's going on nowadays. And, you know, he basically black brother on game. He know what's up. Put it like that. So it just goes to show how these people is, bro. I'm like, I'm just in the back of my head as I walk off. I'm like, this nigga really trying to assert some subliminal racism right now. You speak to the only two niggas walking into the store. And it's a bunch of other people right here that you could be greeting too. Hey, how y'all doing? Hey, how everybody doing as everybody walking by? No, you just want to greet him across the way and then greet me as I walk right in front of you. Man, miss me with that shit, boy. So I got another clip. Hold on, let me find that bitch real quick. Hold on. We ain't done.
Hey, on my mama for these birds petty.
My bad. That's a meme, bro. My bad. Hold on. Where is that video at? I was just watching it earlier today, bro. Hold on, my bad, y'all. Let me see. I know I reposted it for sure. Hold on, let me check my repost. Hold on, give me a second, y'all. It's taking a little. Why is it taking so long to load my repost though? What the fuck? Is it not on here? That's crazy. It was some I reposted. It was a woman in Alabama. She found her child butchered in the forest, bro. No, and the cops didn't want to go look. When she reported him missing, the cops and nobody didn't want to go look for him. They had to go find their own child. They own black child themselves, only to find him butchered, literally butchered in the middle of a forest, bro. And it's crazy that I can't even find that right now. Wow, Instagram. And I know for a fact I like that video, bro. Was it this video? Let me see. No, it wasn't. It wasn't even that. It wasn't even that. Hold on. Wow, this is some crazy shit, bro. I can't even find it. I'm gonna scroll just a little bit more. If I don't see what I'm looking for, then we're gonna go to the clip. We're gonna go to the next clip that I was just gonna use. Yeah, that's wild. That's wild. So yeah. Okay, so I got another clip. Hold on. I gotta bring y'all back on game real quick. Did I skip it? Nah, here we go right here.
Is recorded with the video. The first camera captures images from the start of the day until 12:04 p.m. Then, nothing. It picks up again at 1:09 p.m. There's consistent surveillance from the second camera until 11:05 a.m. Then it stops and picks up again more than 2 hours later at 1:15 p.m. The third camera also drops at 11:05 a.m. It picks up again at 1:16 p.m. And from the final camera, there's surveillance until 12:04 p.m., no recording for more than an hour, then it picks up again at 1:09 p.m.
I would absolutely expect there to be some record of that act.
Is recorded with the video.
So they brought up the Kendrick Johnson case again, basically, for the camera shit. I mean, we've been known. And apparently, you know, he really died because it was some group of kids that jumped him or beat him with dumbbells. And I think one of the kids was like, his dad was like the sheriff or some shit of that town. And that was, you know, once a nigga sheriff of that town, nigga, he could just easily cover that up. And you know, his other racist entourage, what we would call the cops that's under the sheriff, gonna suck dick and kiss ass, and you know, niggas just racist themselves. So and then apparently the only reason that the kids attacked him or whatever because the black kid was talking to his girlfriend or some shit like that. I don't know. I just know they didn't have to kill that. They didn't have to kill that young boy. They didn't have to kill him. And not only that, the nigga's organs was missing. Let's not forget that. My nigga organs was missing when they took him out of the gym mat. What the fuck y'all doing, my boy organs? Oh yeah, y'all sold them on the dark web, of course, because the organ market is $1 billion market, bro. And I got one more clip, bro. I got one more clip before I get up out of here, bro. One more clip before I get up out of here. Here we go. Wait. Oh no, actually, I got two more clips. My bad, two more clips. So look, I want y'all to know this is how these people gonna act when you come with them with this shit about what was been done to us. This is how all of them will act, and this is how all of them gonna respond to us when we come with them with that shit, them facts, them historical facts. Hold on.
The problem with that sentiment is that you were born in 1954.
Yeah.
Okay. You're 71.
Yeah.
Right. In 1954,
by the way, I'm a vampire.
During your lifetime, we've actually had Brown v. Board of Education.
I remember.
Yeah, Brown v. Board of Education. I don't know how you remember it. I think you were like 2 months old. But I'm not finished yet. Let me finish my thought.
Drill back to 54.
Yeah, because you're still alive, right? And so there's an entire generation of people.
Right, you're still alive. Listen, this shit. They try to say, oh, it wasn't that long ago. It wasn't Bro, most of y'all motherfuckers that are grown now, y'all were kids when y'all parents was taking y'all to the lynchings called picnics. Yeah, they had their kids out there. Y'all are grown now, nigga. Y'all either old as fuck now, or some of y'all well in y'all 40s now, or 30s maybe.
Brown v. Board, it overturned Plessy v. Ferguson of 1896. My point is that my mother was born in 1951. She desegregated schools. My father was shot in the civil rights movement. Those people.
You see how and you know how much energy, and you know black people, we got nuclear energy. You know how much energetic key control he has to have to not jump across that table and hit that nigga with a mean two-piece like Terrence Crawford, nigga. You know how much key control you gotta have, nigga? Yes, key control is a real thing. Do you know how to stop yourself from doing some shit when you get real mad? Because if you don't got key control. You feel me? Do you know how to stop yourself from doing some shit when you get too nervous? If you don't got key control. You know how to stop yourself from doing some crazy shit when you get too depressed? If you don't, you don't got key control. Key control is a very real thing. So that nigga, boy.
Let him finish. I'm going to finish because you're being utterly disrespectful.
Not at all.
So I'm going to finish this comment. So what I'm telling you is that there are people in this country who fought, died, and bled for the right to vote. Don't be a dick. Just understand.
Okay. Bakari, please.
And then look at the woman. Wait till they show you the woman that's pandering to this nigga. Bitch, you should be feeling the same way he feeling. The fuck? Hold on, you don't see.
I'm pointing something out. The Constitution is being upheld. Do you have a problem with that? Do you have a problem with the Constitution of the United States of America?
Bakari, I'm gonna stop you because I just want everybody to reset.
Look who being docile for the nigga that's being a dick. Now I can get it. These people do have jobs. This is their job. This is how they make their living. I get it. She's probably the fucking supervisor too, for all we know. So she got to do her job and whatever the case may be. But still, like, who knows? I don't really know what the fuck goes on in the news and journal. That is CNN. So you know they got to kiss a little ass. She already know, like, oh, I got to make sure I kiss massa ass so I don't lose this CNN job. And you know I got to make my people look like a fool. You feel me? Like. You feel me? She making it seem like bro was being violent. Like he was on some thug shit. Like, nigga, shut up. I'll beat your ass on Crip, nigga. Like he didn't even get on that. He just said, look, don't be a dick, nigga. Don't be an arse right now, bro. He should have said that. He should have used their terminologies in their lingo. Because, you know, they like to think black people can't articulate themselves. You should have said, don't be an arse. You feel me? Don't be a gluteus maximus, my nigga. And then a bit, oh, let's stop, Bakari, let's stop. No, get on his top too. You need to be like, and you don't be disrespectful about our culture because you know what's up. Like, man, this shit, it's just a bunch of kiss asses in this world, bro.
With a modicum of respect at this table, please stop.
I want you to understand that there is a price. There's a price that was paid for this right. Mm-hmm. There is a price that we uphold, and whether or not you value that, whether or not you value that or not. There are people who bled, sweat, and died and were imprisoned for access to the ballot box. And what we're seeing throughout the South is that their voice, their vote, their representation, and people who have lived experiences to represent them are not being sent to Congress or where they need to go.
So everybody missed the little disrespectful part when he was like, yeah, you know, my daddy died for this shit. My mama. So?
Oh, God. That nigga super bright funny as hell.
Nigga? So? Y'all have to start punching people. Like, where is you niggas' hearts at, man?
Right.
They on here talking about you call him a dick on the air. Okay, what led up to him saying that?
Right.
I'm starting to see some lack of accountability around this bitch, and I could tell you in the world that I'm finna create, that's probably gonna be like the most illegal thing you could possibly do. Whatever you did on this motherfucker, oh, bitch, you got a receipt for it. I don't give a fuck if it was a fart and wasn't nobody around, nigga. The AI scanned your ass. Said that nigga farted 3 times today. One of them was diabolical, charging $5 for fucking up the air. Yeah, you niggas got me fucked up. Accountability that bitch gonna change the world. I'm telling you, motherfucking dick.
Problem with
that nigga Super Ray is a fool. That's my boy. That is my boy. I ain't gonna lie to you. So, yeah, we gotta start knocking niggas out. But and like I said, you know, they getting more bold. I already said this 3 weeks ago. They're getting more bold. Look who's in seat. Look who's in the president's seat. Why do you think they getting bold like this? Look at all the shit they doing. Why do you think they getting bold like this? And like I said, you know, I want them to get bold because they need to show the coons. They need to show the Uncle Toms and Auntie Tamikas. They need to show them why they got too comfortable in a system that was literally built to go against you and built off the death of your ancestors, nigga. They need to be reminded of where they at, where they come from, and who the fuck they dealing with right now on this land. Because we are dealing with some very dangerous people. Let me give you an example of dangerous. Let's say I'm finna get cold with this. Let's say I do some shit, or let's say let's say there's this thing, right? The sky is blue, and I go up to a nigga and I'm like, yeah, you know, the sky is red. And then he'd be like, no, it ain't, it's blue. And then he shows me proof, like, look up. And then I look up and I see that it's blue, but then I still tell him, no, the sky is red. You got people out here that think like that. You could tell them some shit. Be like, yeah, nigga, not all humans are the same. You got motherfuckers that will argue you up and down on why everybody on the planet is the same when you clearly got one group of people treating another group of people as if they're not the same. I'm just saying. That's dangerous. Those are dangerous people to be around. People that are so... They're under what I like to call insanity, bro. It's like trying to do the same thing over. You doing the same thing over and over and over, trying to expect some type of results, but you expecting different results, but you keep getting the same results. That's insanity. I think that's the definition of insanity, if I'm correct. Or what I like to call niggas is under matrix psychosis. Niggas is so programmed. The program is so embedded into their genetics, bro, that you literally, they have to change themselves. You can't change them. And even them changing themselves is going to be hard because it's so embedded into their DNA. So you got people that will argue you up and down about certain shit, and you can show them proof, and they will still be like, nah, this is what this means. This is what this really means. That even if you show them proof, they like, nah, that don't matter. You show them facts. Nah, that don't matter. You do a live experiment in front of them to show them that it worked. Nah, that still don't work. We got people like that around us in society. Those are very dangerous people, especially these Caucasoids, because they display that kind of behavior the most. And that is very dangerous, bro. Very dangerous. We live around some sick ass people. Think about it. Y'all just seen the video I showed you with the teacher and what he did to that little black boy. Think about how many other teachers and tutors is on weird shit out here, or daycare people that's on weird shit out here and don't get caught for it. Remember, it's never their first time doing it. It's just their first time getting caught. So imagine the people that's out here doing shit and then getting caught for it. We live around some sick ass niggas. That's why the earth has to go through a cleansing. That's why a lot of people have to die. You will be surprised on how many people are fucked up and sick in the head, bro. Niggas think the depopulation just gonna be from the elites. No, the elites ain't gonna, they gonna try to start it off, but it ain't gonna be them that's gonna be doing most of the depopulating. It's gonna be that sun and the earth. The earth already changing up the fucking climate just so it can restore itself. And the sun is sending mass amounts of radiation at abnormal levels that it wasn't doing 10 years ago. We gotta know what's going on, bro. We gotta know what's going on. We live around some dangerous people. Other than that, bro, just protect yourself. To people that got kids and you send your kids to school, you should do the same thing. Put an air tag in their backpack. Put a camera in their shit. Do what you gotta do to make sure your baby is safe, bro. Because I understand people gotta send their kids to school. That people can't. The way they got the system set up is the way they got the system set up. So we gotta move with the flow, and we gotta make. What's the word? We gotta compromise where we can at, bro. So just make sure y'all kids safe, bro. Niggas is weird out here, bro. Make sure you safe. Protect yourself. Niggas is weird out here, bro. You know, these entities can move through these bodies. You know, people that's already on low frequencies, it's easier for them to possess so they can do some fuck shit. This is why mass shootings happen. Niggas think mass shootings happen because niggas just mentally retarded. Why do every mass shooter claims mental retardation? No. They just so sick and fucked up in their head that they're able to project their aura field on such a low frequency that allows another entity that you can't see with the naked eye to Bluetooth tether to that, basically, to their aura field, and make them do some vile shit. Since they already was thinking on that frequency. You gotta already be on that frequency to even go mass shoot up some shit. You gotta already be on that frequency to go touch a child, bro. You gotta already be on that frequency to go murder someone in cold blood. You gotta already be on that for them to fully access you and make you. And I ain't gonna even say make you, because you still already on that energy anyways. You wanted to do it. You just needed that extra motivation. You just needed that extra influence from these dark entities that be Bluetooth tethering to niggas around here on these low frequencies. That's why when some niggas do certain shit, and then when shit is said and done, they be like, damn, I wish I didn't do that. Yeah, I know you. I'm pretty sure you didn't, nigga. I wish I didn't do that shit. I wish I would have. Yeah, nigga. You was already on that frequency. Something took control and fucked up your life even more. And you wish you would have got yourself right. Not saying niggas still can't change themselves or still can't get right, but I'm just letting niggas know that niggas got to take accountability. Like all these mass shooters that's claiming mental retardation, mental insanity. Fuck no. No. We can't let them slide with that. They still actively went to the store. They still actively made the choice to buy a gun, actively got in the whip, actively drove to this location and just started shooting up people, whether if it was for racist intent or just crazy ass murderous intent. Jeffrey Dahmer, no different. They made the decision. If you have the ability to make a decision as a live sentient being, it don't matter if you're human or non-human, nigga. You also have the ability to take accountability. You also are responsible for your actions on whatever decision you are able to make. We got to stop making excuses with all this mental shit, bro. For real. So other than that, I appreciate everybody. I value y'all. And like always, stay in tune. And your boy will be back with another one. One love, make universal love, y'all. This why they really racist for real. Because my people been on top. We got the keys to the sun, nigga. We got the keys to the land, nigga. We got the we got the knowledge of the cosmos. We construct megalithic structures, nigga. We create some of the most advanced herbs that can cure diseases within hours. We do that. This is what we've been doing, and we're being suppressed from tapping into that. They don't want us to become scientists. They don't want us to become engineers and architects because they know what the fuck we will start doing. They don't want us to learn about quantum mechanics. Ooh, don't let us learn about quantum mechanics and the elements and how you can really play and bend with the elements and shit. Don't let us figure out free energy like the black nigga right now that's making gasoline out of plastic. Shout out to him. Come on now. We do this shit. We been had black excellence before a white person even existed. So when anybody in this world try to downplay you, my nigga, just think on your ancestors, nigga. And you ain't even got to think about the ones from slavery. You ain't even got to think about the ones from the civil rights. Think about your ancient ancestors, nigga, from them tribal times. Think about your ancient ancestors, nigga, from them ancient civilization times when the pyramids was in full power, nigga. You got that in you have that all your DNA is literally memory. It's literally memory, just like a video game. You make all this progress in the video game. You close the game, you leave, you go do some shit for about a couple hours or so. You come back, load up the game, and you pick up where you left off. It's no different than this shit, bro. You just pick it when you died in the last life, and then you like, okay, I'm gonna go do some shit real quick. I'm gonna load back up at that checkpoint. You come back, you born again in a new body. You picking up where you left off with your ancestors. All your ancestors' genetics is combined to make you to pick up where they left off. It's that simple. I promise you, it's that simple. And a lot of people gonna come to conclusions and they gonna come to they figurings out of that. You get what I mean? But other than that, I appreciate everybody. I value y'all like always. I'll be back with another one. They can't stop us.